My interest in climate change was a natural outgrowth of interests that evolved over time. So when I first became seriously interested in economics in graduate school, I was primarily interested in economic growth. I think it's quite interesting that the prize this year, which is really about economic growth, was what was my interest, actually has been my interest all my life in economics. I think the main message of the work, I mean, it's not just my work, but the work of people in the area of climate change economics, integrated assessment modeling, as it's called, a kind of technical name, is really twofold. One is it's to see the climate change problem as a byproduct, an unintended byproduct of economic growth. And then the second thing is to understand that what we need to do is we need to correct that by fixing the price of emissions. So now emissions are free in most places, not in Sweden, but every place else in the world outside of Western Europe. When you emit a ton of carbon dioxide, you don't probably know you're doing it, or think you're doing it probably, and you drive your car, or you have a product that has combustion behind it that you're putting in the atmosphere and you're causing damage, but you're not paying anything for it. So the insight of economics is, once you go through that and you analyze it, it's to say, we need to put a price on these, and that way give people incentives to reduce their use of carbon fuels or the products that use carbon fuels, and thereby reduce their emissions. So it's the key message of economics is that this is a flaw in the market, and it's correctable if governments take steps to change the price from zero to a high enough price that you can meet your targets. So that is something I think is pretty easy to explain. But then the next step is, what is that price? And I think the most interesting thing of all the work I've ever done is that in building models of this, the price just comes out of it. It's just one of the byproducts of the, it's called linear programming is the technical name for it, but it has another technical thing called a dual variable, which is, this is the price that you should set on carbon dioxide emissions if you're going to meet your goal. And I think of it as kind of a mathematical miracle, in the sense that you can do this and then out pops the price that governments should set.